In a stunning announcement that sent shockwaves through the basketball world, Caitlyn Clark has finally ended the week-long speculation surrounding her future in the WNBA. After days of swirling rumors and intense anticipation, Clark took to Instagram to reveal her decision for the upcoming season, leaving fans and analysts buzzing with excitement.
Caitlyn Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing in quite some time. She just absolutely did it all and became a magnet for attention and an icon for sports fans, certainly little girls, certainly mine as well, playing her basketball and watching her play.
The basketball world was on edge as Caitlyn Clark's social media remained silent after the Indiana Fever's controversial playoff exit. Fans and analysts were left in suspense, asking, would she come back? Was her historic rookie season just the beginning, or would she take her talents elsewhere? Maybe even switch sports? Each passing day added to the intrigue. Then, on October 2nd, Clark broke her silence with a heartfelt Instagram post reflecting on her freshman year. Her words of gratitude sent shockwaves through the league. In this video, we'll break down what Clark's decision means for the Indiana Fever and the future of the WNBA. Stay tuned as we explore how her game-changing season will impact the sport. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's dive in.
No mistake, Caitlyn Clark is doing things beyond her years.
Clark's Instagram post was only the beginning. Behind those carefully crafted words was a season that completely redefined the boundaries of basketball. How did one rising superstar not only exceed expectations, but rewrite the record books along the way? On October 2nd, 2024, Caitlyn Clark's message on Instagram sent shockwaves through the basketball community, leaving everyone in awe of what she had accomplished and eager for what's next. She wrote, "Thank you to the many people who have supported me as I've been able to live my childhood dream. I'm filled with gratitude as I reflect on this past year of my life. See you all in year 2. With those words, Clark confirmed what fans had been hoping for. She wasn't going anywhere. But what made her season truly extraordinary? It wasn't just about breaking records. It was about obliterating them. In her debut year, Clark shattered an astonishing 62 records, each one highlighting her unmatched influence on the game and cementing her place as a transformative force in basketball.
One of the greatest years of basketball with work put in by anybody ever.
Let's dive into the numbers that left statisticians scrambling for superlatives. Clark averaged 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, 5.7 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game. These weren't just impressive for a rookie. These were elite stats for any player in the league. Her 337 assists set a new benchmark, the highest in a single season, showcasing her ability to elevate her entire team. But it didn't stop there. Clark achieved something no freshman ever had before, not one, but 2 triple-doubles. And when she recorded 19 assists in a single game, it was yet another record-breaking feat, proving her vision and playmaking were in a league of their own. Her impact went beyond just the numbers. Clark breathed new life into a struggling Indiana Fever franchise. Under her leadership, the team surged to a 20-20 record, their first 20-win season since 2015. Even more importantly, she guided the Fever to their first playoff appearance in years, ending a long postseason drought and reigniting hope for the future.
What's our goal?
It's our goal to get to the playoffs.
Our goal is to be in the playoffs. Our goal is to just continue to be competing for a championship.
Her electrifying presence on the court didn't just win games, it won over fans. Attendance skyrocketed, jerseys flew off the shelves, and suddenly, the Indiana Fever became must-see TV. Clark's ability to make her teammates better was evident in every game as she created opportunities and opened up the floor in ways that left defenders scrambling. The accolades rolled in just as fast as the broken records. Clark was unanimously voted WNBA Rookie of the Year, a clear testament to her dominance. Her selection to the All-Star Game, where she received the most votes of any player, was another feather in her cap, proving that she could hold her own against the league's established stars while captivating the fans.
Caitlyn Clark is way better, way sooner than anybody thought.
What made Clark's achievements even more impressive was the way she handled the pressure. Coming into the league with immense hype, she didn't just meet expectations, she exceeded them. Her poise under the spotlight, her ability to deliver in clutch moments, and her unwavering focus drew comparisons to legends like Larry Bird, Pete Maravich, Steph Curry, and even the great Michael Jordan himself. But perhaps the most significant aspect of Clark's season was how it transformed the perception of what's possible for a first-year player in the WNBA. She didn't just raise the bar, she launched it into the stratosphere. Future rookies will now be measured against Clark's incredible standard, a benchmark so lofty it almost feels unfair.
But she also did it with the spotlight on her at a very young age. Fame is hitting this young lady's life. And very, very rarely did I see a misstep or something that I wouldn't want to show my daughter. Literally every step of the way, it's just like, watch her, watch how she plays, watch how she handles her business.
As Clark's star rose, so did the target on her back. The phenom who had taken the WNBA by storm was about to face challenges that would test her resolve like never before. Her record-breaking season had captivated fans, but it also brought intense scrutiny and unexpected controversies. The playoffs were supposed to be Clark's crowning moment, yet they became the epicenter of a firestorm that would engulf the young star. During a crucial game against the Connecticut Sun, an eye poke left Clark reeling. What should have been a routine play suddenly became the subject of heated debate across the basketball world. Clark went down, but no foul was called, igniting a wave of controversy. Fans and analysts alike questioned how such a blatant foul could go unnoticed, while others speculated if Clark was being unfairly targeted by opponents and officials alike.
As everyone else is seeing this angle, I'm calling her in and I'm saying to her, I need answers.
Questions about player safety and officiating erupted as fans and analysts dissected every replay of the incident, questioning the intentions behind the poke. The controversy reached a boiling point when USA Today columnist Christine Brennan raised the possibility of intent, sparking outrage from the WNBA Players Union. What began as a single moment on the court evolved into a national conversation about the league's duty to protect its players, particularly its rising stars. The debate brought intense scrutiny not only on the officiating but also on how physical play was being managed in the league, with Clark caught in the middle of it all.
When you went and kind of swatted at Caitlyn, did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am.
But the eye poke was just the beginning. Did you know that Caitlyn Clark was the recipient of 177% of all flagrant fouls called in the league? Let that sink in. Out of 144 players in the W, one player received a staggering and disproportionate number of hits. And let's not even get into the countless times those flagrant fouls weren't called. If they had been, the number could have easily doubled. The team responsible for 80% of those fouls? None other than the Chicago Sky, whose head coach just recently got fired. So, how is it that when Caitlyn Clark gets hit with excessive contact, fouls are often ignored, but the moment she slaps the rim padding, instant technical foul? And please, spare us the "it's in the rulebook" argument. It's clear that there's more to this than just the rulebook. Here's Diana Taurasi doing the exact same thing, slapping the rim padding, yet no technical was given. So, why does there seem to be a double standard when it comes to officiating Caitlyn Clark? Is it the heightened expectations, the spotlight, or something else entirely? The inconsistency raises serious questions about how the league treats its rising stars compared to its established legends. It's hard to ignore the disparity, and fans are beginning to wonder if Clark is being held to a different standard than her peers.
Let me show you.
Picks off the pass, and Diana Taurasi.
Look at that. Bro, she just did the same exact movement as what Clark did, except Clark hit it lower Dan did it straight on and loud.
He picks off the pass, and Diana Taurasi, they'll count the bucket. And Antoine coming up for DT.
Right in front of the rest, blatantly not even acting on it.
As Clark's fame grew, so did the darker side of online hate. Yet, her response to adversity only added to her burgeoning legend. Despite the swirling controversies, Clark's focus never wavered. Her ability to rise above the noise and consistently perform at an elite level earned her respect from teammates and opponents alike. The challenges she faced during her remarkable season highlighted the complex landscape of modern sports. On one hand, her unprecedented success brought new attention and excitement to the WNBA. On the other, it exposed her to levels of scrutiny and criticism that few players have ever faced. Through it all, Clark's resilience shone brightly. Every challenge seemed to fuel her determination even more. Incidents like the eye poke became rallying points for important discussions about player safety and the need for improved officiating standards. Rather than being a distraction, these controversies galvanized her supporters and shone a light on the critical issues facing not just her, but the entire league.
Yeah, I think just being competitive is who I am. It's what I've done my whole career. I think at times there's ways I can probably channel it a little bit better, but that's just basketball at the end of the day. That's never gonna change. I'm never gonna lose that. I feel like I'm getting hammered. I don't know. I appreciate Christy getting a tech too. I don't know.
While controversy swirled around Caitlyn Clark, something unprecedented was brewing behind the scenes. The league was on the brink of a transformation unlike anything seen in its 27-year history. So, what exactly did Clark do that had everyone, from diehard fans to casual observers, glued to their screens? The answer lies in what can only be described as the Caitlyn Clark effect. Her impact on the WNBA transcended her on-court performance. It triggered a seismic shift that reshaped the entire landscape of women's sports. Clark's mere presence catapulted the league into uncharted territory, breaking viewership records that had stood for over 2 decades. Fans flocked to watch her play, drawn not just by her talent, but by her charisma and the excitement she brought to the game. This was more than just a rookie making headlines. It was a movement that had the potential to elevate women's basketball to new heights. The ripple effects of her influence were felt throughout the league, inspiring a new generation of players and fans alike.
Are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history.
Clarkonomics, my friend.
Let's dive into the numbers. During Caitlyn Clark's debut season, an astonishing 21 broadcasts featuring her attracted over 1 million viewers each. This wasn't just a slight uptick, it was a quantum leap for a league that had struggled to consistently hit those figures in the past. The Indiana Fever, once an afterthought in the WNBA hierarchy, suddenly became must-see TV and the common thread across most of those games. You guessed it, Caitlyn Elizabeth Clark. But it wasn't just about the eyeballs glued to screens. Clark's magnetic presence translated directly into packed arenas. The Indiana Fever set an all-time WNBA record, averaging over 17,000 fans per home game. To put that into perspective, this was the same team that had the second worst attendance just a season prior. In the span of a single year, Clark transformed the Fever's home court into the hottest ticket in town. Even away games became a spectacle, with opponents having to book larger arenas whenever the Fever came to town. The ripple effects of her stardom reached far and wide, reshaping the very fabric of fan engagement in women's basketball.
The WNBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just overall growth of the league.
Clark's influence extended far beyond the hardwood. She became a social media sensation, amassing over 2.9 million Instagram followers. This wasn't just about basketball anymore. Clark had transcended the sport to become a cultural icon. But what truly set Clark apart wasn't just her individual brilliance, it was her ability to elevate those around her. Her playing style, characterized by pinpoint passing and clutch scoring, brought out the best in her teammates. The Fever set a franchise record for assists in a single season, with Clark herself breaking multiple assist records. She didn't just score. She made everyone on the court better. The impact of Clark's presence in the WNBA drew comparisons to none other than Michael Jordan. Analysts noted her ability to attract unprecedented attention and commercial appeal to the league, much like Jordan did for the NBA during his legendary career, built on the foundation laid by Larry Bird and Magic Johnson in the 80s. It wasn't just hyperbole. The numbers backed it up. Clark's playoff debut attracted an average of 1.84 million viewers, the highest for any WNBA playoff game since the 2000 finals. And in Game 2, 2.5 million viewers tuned in, breaking the record set just a few days prior in Game 1. With every game she played, Caitlyn Clark was not just redefining her legacy, she was rewriting the narrative of women's sports, captivating fans and changing the landscape forever.
What Caitlyn Clark has done for the game is generational, and I just, as a baller to a baller, I just want to say thank you to you, Caitlyn Clark.
Absolutely.
What's perhaps most remarkable about the Clark effect is how it lifted not just the Fever, but the entire WNBA. All teams experienced a boost in fan engagement during her freshman year. It was as if Clark's star power had a gravitational pull, drawing in new eyes and igniting fresh excitement for women's basketball as a whole. WNBA legend Tamika Catchings captured this sentiment perfectly when she stated that Clark had rejuvenated not just the Fever, but the entire city of Indianapolis and the league as a whole. Catchings drew parallels to how Magic Johnson and Larry Bird transformed the NBA, suggesting that Clark's impact could be equally revolutionary for the women's game. Just as Johnson and Bird elevated their respective franchises and the league to new heights, Clark's presence and play style inspired a wave of enthusiasm and engagement that transcended individual teams. In every arena, the atmosphere became electric, with fans eager to witness the phenomenon that was Caitlyn Clark. Her ability to captivate audiences and elevate the profile of women's basketball set a new standard, fostering a sense of community among fans that had long been absent. With Clark leading the charge, the future of the WNBA looked brighter than ever, heralding a new era of growth and popularity for women's sports.
Yeah, I think it can't be overstated enough, like what she did to bring eyes to that sport. Whether people want to admit it or not, it's just a fact.
As the dust settled on her record-breaking rookie season, speculation ran wild. Would Caitlyn Clark be a one-season wonder or the cornerstone of a dynasty? Fans eagerly awaited an answer. When Clark finally broke her silence with a long-awaited social media post, she sparked more questions than answers. "See you all in year 2, she said. With those words, Clark confirmed her commitment to the Indiana Fever and the WNBA, sending ripples of excitement through the basketball world. But what does her decision really mean for the future of the Fever and the league as a whole? Clark's rookie season wasn't just impressive, it was historic. She didn't just break records, she set new standards for what's possible in the league. The future is now, and the future is red hot. The future is Fever. The excitement surrounding Clark's return is palpable. Her presence on the court doesn't just win games, it fills seats, drives TV ratings, and captivates audiences across the globe. Now, with a full season under her belt and a chance to build on her already impressive resume, expectations for year 2 are through the roof. Fans, analysts, and opponents alike are left wondering, how much higher can Clark and the Fever soar?
Caitlyn Clark is a superstar. Not a female superstar, she is a superstar.
We were coming to see Caitlyn Clark play.
She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the needle.
What makes the future particularly bright for the Fever is the promising core that surrounds Caitlyn Clark. Aaliyah Boston, the 2023 Rookie of the Year, forms a dynamic duo with Clark, creating a partnership that has the potential to dominate the league for years to come. When you add in the rim running and sharpshooting of all-star Kelsey Mitchell, alongside the all-around versatility of Lexi Hull, you have a young, talented roster that's just scratching the surface of its potential. Clark's play style is a perfect complement to her teammates. Her exceptional court vision and passing ability create opportunities for Boston in the paint, while also opening up looks for Mitchell on the perimeter. And let's not forget about Hull, who has quickly become the most accurate three-point shooter in the WNBA, Leaving her open is simply not an option. As this core group gains more experience playing together, their chemistry and effectiveness are likely to improve significantly. Clark's continued presence promises to attract even more fans and media attention, potentially ushering in a new golden era for women's basketball. As she prepares for the 2025 season, the excitement and anticipation surrounding the Indiana Fever and their trajectory are higher than ever. The stage is set for them to not just compete, but to redefine the landscape of the WNBA. There's a palpable sense of optimism surrounding Caitlyn Clark's potential to elevate the Indiana Fever even further. With a full training camp and increased familiarity with her teammates and the professional game, many expect Clark to take another leap forward in her development. The question isn't if she'll improve, but rather by how much. Caitlyn Clark's journey from college phenom to WNBA sensation has been nothing short of extraordinary. In just one season, she shattered records, revitalized a struggling franchise, and captured the hearts of fans across the nation. As Nancy Lieberman put it, what Caitlyn Clark has done for the game is generational. Her presence has not only elevated the Indiana Fever, but has also brought unprecedented attention to the entire WNBA, with skyrocketing attendance and viewership numbers. Clark's influence is reshaping the future of women's sports, and as she prepares for her sophomore season, the basketball world watches with bated breath. Will Clark continue to redefine what's possible in the WNBA? If her freshman year is any indication, we are witnessing history unfold right before our eyes. And the best part? It's only just begun. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we truly appreciate you sticking with us. Your support helps us bring you more great content.